In the heart of the Great Rift Valley, nestled between rolling hills and shimmering lakes, was a small village known as Kijiji. The village was famous for its vibrant markets, joyful dances, and, most importantly, the delicious food prepared by its local cook, Musa. Musa was an unusual man, always wearing a wide grin and singing merry tunes as he cooked. His food was the talk of the village, the stews, the roasted meats, the sweet porridge. Everything tasted better when Musa prepared it. Yet, there was a secret to his cooking that no one knew, a secret that made his meals both legendary and unusual. You see, Musa had a peculiar talent. He believed that his farts had a special flavor-breathing quality in competition with the other foods. While most people were embarrassed by such a natural bodily function, Musa embraced it. In fact, he had perfected the art of the right fart at the right moment, claiming it added a special spice to his dishes. One sunny afternoon, the village gathered for a celebration. The chief's daughter was getting married, and everyone expected a grand feast. The villagers lined up outside Musa's small thatched kitchen, their mouths watering in anticipation. "Musa, what have you prepared for us today?" asked Wanjiku, an elderly woman who was the village's most discerning food critic. "Oh, Wanjiku," Musa chuckled. "Today I have made my special goat stew with sweet potatoes, roasted maize, and a secret ingredient that will make you dance with delight." The villagers watched as Musa stirred the bubbling pot with his wooden spoon, humming a cheerful tune. He sniffed the air, then, as if by instinct, turned his back to the pot, lifted one leg slightly, and let out a tiny, almost musical fart. It was quick, like the sound of a bird chirping, and he gave a satisfied nod. The people standing closest wrinkled their noses, unsure whether to laugh or be horrified. "Did he just—" whispered Mutai, a young herder, his eyes wide with disbelief. "Yes, he did," giggled Wanjiku, covering her mouth in shock. "But just wait. The taste will surprise you." Musa served the food with a grin, ladling generous portions onto banana leaves for the villagers. Hesitant at first, they took their first bites. Then, as the flavors hit their tongues, their eyes widened with delight. "This stew is incredible," cried Kibbit, a farmer known for his picky palate. "It is like nothing I've ever tasted before." "What is your secret, Musa?" demanded Musa Cayenne, waving her spoon in the air. "How does your food taste so good every time?" Musa tapped the side of his nose with a wink. "It's all about the timing," he said, smiling mischievously. A pinch of salt, a dash of pepper, and a little bit of Musa's... At first, the villagers didn't understand what he meant. But then, Mutai, who had witnessed the culinary incident, burst out laughing. "Musa farts into his food," he exclaimed, causing the entire crowd to erupt in laughter. Instead of denying it, Musa spread his arms wide. "Yes, yes. Ashu ye Sonya. You laugh, but it's true," he admitted joyfully. "My farts bring the flavor. It's a gift from the spirits. They say a good cook knows how to use everything at his disposal, and I use every part of its disposal. And I use every." The laughter continued, echoing across the hills. Some villagers were horrified, but many were amused, and a few were genuinely impressed. As strange as it seemed, they couldn't deny the taste. From that day on, Musa's reputation only grew. People travelled from faraway villages just to taste the infamous dishes of Musa the farting chef. Over time, it became a part of the village's folklore. Mothers would tell their children, "If you want your food to taste as good as Musa's, you must cook with joy and add your own special touch." Musa, ever the happy cook, continued his unique tradition. He believed that the secret ingredient wasn't just his peculiar method, but the laughter and joy it brought to his people. After all, the best meals are shared with smiles, even if they come with a little extra air. And so, in Kijiji, the legend of Musa lived on. A story of a man who wasn't afraid to be himself, who turned an embarrassing habit into a secret ingredient, and who taught everyone that sometimes it's the oddest things that make life the most flavorful.